Hello, my name is Matthew Silpot, and the purpose of this video is to share my story um, of why I'm in this profession. And sometimes when you're asked these questions, you will have to take a moment to reflect on where it all began. And for me, I think the journey started before I knew myself. I'm often told a story by my mom on my birth date that the name Matthew was given to me by the nurse who was delivering. And she had made a prophetic claim over my life that I would be great, I would be doing music, and I would be excellent with people around. Fast forward to about age 17 or 18, because I knew about music. My mother was from a singing family, so I knew how to sing. I knew, without knowing how to sing, I could sing. And I remember there was a first choral experience that I had. I went to a choir for the first time, and they were just pretty much warming up. But when the chord was held in 4 parts, I was so blown away by how it sounded, how it made me feel, and the impact that it really had on me. I almost got kicked out of the choir because I wasn't singing, I was just in awe. And after that, I just kept being around the music. I was very inquisitive in terms of the keyboard, the sounds it made, how harmonies sounded when they were being arranged by my then teacher, O'Neill Mundell, how the music on the score was being arranged through score reading under the baton of Kenneth Neal. And so I was just always curious to want to know more how this thing works. And it was like that. I was left in charge as a student leader for groups to make sure harmonies were on point. So much so that after my years of high school, I was offered a job at my alma mater, St. Catherine High School, to be a music teacher, which I had no intention of being. But after quote-unquote trying for 2 years, I found out that this is something that I really wanted to do. And just went to formal studies after that, continued working with choirs, got exposed to choral music and conducting, got to experimenting with my own style until I returned to Jamaica and just decided that I wanted to do something interesting, quote unquote interesting. My singers will tell you otherwise. And the joy that I get from this, I don't think I would have gotten if I'd gone into another field. And I often tell people, my work is that I'm getting paid to enjoy myself. And if that is not the reality for you, try to get that reality, because it's important. If you're in a space, and it could be anything, any field that you're interested in, you have to be passionate about it, and you have to enjoy what you do. That's the only thing that will make it worthwhile. Pay grades and increases and bonuses are always good things. Sometimes it's not all that. You need to have an experience that will, cause you to want to do this for lifetime. And that is what music does for me. I don't see myself in any other field. I love sharing. I love helping. I'm not an angry director. I know that there's a stigma attached to some musicians that, especially with rehearsal times, you have to be of a certain character to get results. And I don't think that is the narrative that we should, be a part of. You want to be in a space where you feel accomplished without exerting anger or, confrontation widely. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that confrontations are things may not happen, but again, it's how you deal with it. And so, working with singers, working with groups, working with teachers, has only reshaped and retooled my whole, or approach to music. You see new things, you see how things can work differently, or you see how things work differently on several groups, getting several results from the same stigma or stimulant. And I would just want to encourage persons who want to take on music or music education. If that's your passion, go for it. Don't let anybody tell you there is no merit or there is no reward or any lucrative job in music education. That's a total lie. If you want to do music and you have an opportunity to do so, I would say go for it. Learn all you can, be the best version of yourself at all times, and don't be afraid to share. Because our space is so small, collaboration is a big thing that we have to do. And so that is important for your growth, that's important for your mental health, that's important for your professional development. And so, even this channel, my reason behind starting this in the first place was somebody asked me about something and they were not in physical reach. I decided to do a video. And then the thought came that, there might be persons who have the same question or same idea and wanted support. So I said, okay, let's try this channel thing, put it up there. So I'm not here for followers or for fame through that. Although fame kind of nice still, that would be nice. But that's not the main reason for this channel. It's really to help people, to kind of purport a positive energy, present things that people can use for their own development, for their support in their context. And yeah, I'll be doing this for as long as I'm here. So that's my story. What's yours?